Get ready to strap in. It's going to be a heck of a ride. It's like drinking from a fire hose. Never a dull moment, but yes, you'll hear the stories you won't hear anywhere else, and we appreciate you being here with us for them today. I'm Justin Barclay. Welcome in to the MAHA Missy health update for you. Lots of things are happening behind the scenes each and every day, and of course, ever since this movement. This morning, we just got the first news. There's a congresswoman in Michigan that wants to impeach RFK Jr. I think she's this is she's in for a little surprise, and she's running for
Gretchen's cousin. Is it Gretchen's cousin by perchance?
It's even better. And Missy, I've got to show you. This is you talk about health. This is I'll just show you a real quick picture of her. Here she is back during COVID days. This is Haley Stevens, congresswoman from Michigan. I think it's the 11th district. Anyway, take a look at her. She was on the floor of the House wearing pink rubber gloves. You can't make this stuff up. She thinks she knows more about health than RFK Jr. Now, we saw yesterday, I don't know if you've seen this, but RFK Jr. doing the pull-ups. Talk about
what's pretty buff. Yeah.
The most healthy guy we've probably ever had in this position. He's doing the pull-ups. I want to say he did like 20 of these.
Yeah, 71, right? Yeah.
It was incredible. I've never seen anything like this before. And a guy like that what is he? Like, he's got to be
71. I think he's 71, I think I saw.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
That's incredible. The guy knows a thing or two about that.
He knows something. And when some mainstream media puts a cork in their mouth, maybe he can eventually let us know everything he's been doing, but he's been suppressed.
Yeah. I tell you what, he's not suppressing those workouts. Look at this guy go. I mean, he's just ripped. And there he goes. Oh man. He just keeps going.
Yeah.
I mean, he's making me tired watching him.
Yeah. You know what they're mad at? He's not killing people. He's removing. I think since we talked last week, they finally agreed to remove the Hep B, vaccine from the list. Huge win, because most of those babies coming out, they don't need it because the mom already got checked to see if she is a drug user or she had a sexually transmitted disease. I mean, we've been fighting against this for years, but doctors know best. Ladies with pink gloves know best.
Speaking of fighting, they're still fighting it in a pretty interesting way because I've seen some news reports on this, and they're still trying to push like this was some sort of an extreme take. And I thought, man, I don't think once people actually hear and they see the truth behind it all, and they really are able to understand what's been happening.
Oh yeah.
Why that matters. I think you're going to see more and more people turned on to the truth, logic, and common sense of these stories that they're just not getting the answers to from anywhere else.
Correct. No, absolutely. I really think that, I was thinking about this morning, I had a few consultations yesterday. Again, I'm talking with people all over the United States, not just our hub here in Michigan. And one of my people I was talking to, she, woke up during COVID. Up until COVID days, she was thoroughly convinced that her doctor knows best. And so she listened to her doctor her entire life. And she's a hot mess because she listened to the medical model. And now she's pivoting out of it. And so when I was speaking with her yesterday about what it is that we do, but more important, I explained before I say what we do, I have to explain how the body works, how the body literally is working. And once you catch on to that message, now I can talk about what we do. And she literally was so upset. She was like borderline, like wanting to drop some F-bombs. And it wasn't at me. It was to people she is feeling the full blow of what it feels to wake up. I mean, I was like literally talking to a woman who's continuing to see and see and see. So I believe there's a lot of people like that. I mean, I think that when we're on shows like this, we're kind of preaching to the choir a little bit, but I really had to take a step back and go like, wow, we had to be prepared to have these kind of conversations with people who are just now waking up. Again, I think we're preaching to the choir right now, but to have grace and be like, how'd you
Yeah.
not see this? I'm like, they couldn't see it because, as in the Matrix, they had different colored goggles on.
Mhm.
We got different color goggles on, they got different color goggles on, and we're not speaking the same language. And their goggles are coming off and they're starting to see. So yeah.
Very, very good stuff. I want to talk about cells today, the aging process, and the question
Yeah.
about energy drinks. Are they bad for you or not? Well, the answer may surprise you coming up in a little bit. We're going to get into that. But first, Missy, this is a big story.
Yeah.
Science has supercharged cells to fight effects of aging, and it's gone mainstream now. The quest to slow aging, focusing on the mitochondria, the cell's powerhouse, because their decline drives aging. Recent Texas A&M research uses nanoflowers to boost stem cells, making them super donors of fresh mitochondria of ailing cells, effectively recharging them to restore function and fight age-related diseases like Alzheimer's and muscle weakness, offering a promising regenerative approach. The reason I think it's so wild to see this is that this is at the heart of a lot of the things that you actually do. My Pure Health Solutions, healthwithjustin.com. Obviously, we talk a lot about weight loss, but what they're really doing behind the scenes is making people healthy again.
Yeah. And this right here is something that because I looked at what we were going to talk about today, and I was like, wow, I'm going to have to pull it back because this is now making mainstream, and I call this a drip, drip, drip. I know about stuff like this. I'm like, oh, well, we've been doing things like this. Stem cells. Yeah, there's a company that's been around for a couple years now that has proven by patent. I think I know why RFK Jr. is doing those push-ups is because of this company. There is a company that's already figured out how to turn your stem cells on naturally. And again, it's all frequency. So what this company is doing is remarkable. They're targeting the mitochondria of the cells. The mitochondria of the cells is the energy house. So when we talk all the time, every single cell in the human body, we have 36 trillion cells. Every single cell in the human body is only able to function. Yes, a cell is your lifeline. Your cells have life messages that they're sending out, and they're sending signals out every day. Every day, your body is a wireless communication center. You're a smart body. That's a new way to look at it. You got a smart watch. Well, guess what? That body's way smarter than that smartwatch. And
Yeah.
again, what communicate how the system's working, the body's working is constantly setting out frequencies. So yeah, so what this company is doing, that they're like, wow, we can get in there. They're, again, it's the medical model. They're going to provoke the stem cell to create more stem cells, and then again want to doing with the mitochondria. But anyways, but yeah, this is exactly what people need to see is things can be restored, replenished, and what I say, they can be turned back on. If you can turn your TV on with a remote control, what's turning that TV on? It's a signal. It's a signal. We've got signals all over the place. So yeah, it's amazing. And the stem cells, one thing that's for most people, again, Alzheimer's, I mean, I see this stuff because we work with stem cells in our company. This when the stem, if most people understand the power of the stem cell, this is why it's so important. That's why this is a huge deal. And for people to grasp, stem cells are what I call the most holy grail of all cells in the body. It was designed to have one huge job. The huge job that was given the stem cell is to heal and repair everything and anything in that body of yours. Everything and anything. Heart cells, kidney cells, bone marrow, brain, pituitary, ligaments, joints, tissue. Yes, a stem cell, when it's active, when Active means the signal is leaving the stem cell. When those stem cells have active signals going out, what happens is your body innately sends that stem cell to wherever it is in that body of yours. Again, boop, 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 matrix, right? Wireless communication towers. When we're 20 years old, we have 1 billion stem cells. 1 billion army of stem cells that are constantly healing and repairing. And how they heal and repair, this is amazing. Let's pretend your kidney has an issue going on, right? When the kidney has an issue going on, the kidney sends out what I would call like an inflammation signal. You don't know it's having a problem because God was good enough and didn't allow any of our organs to have pain receptors. That's why people are shocked when they find out they had 4-stage cancer in their liver. They didn't feel anything. That's why we can have do brain surgery while you're alert. The brain doesn't feel anything, right? So when the signal goes up, the kidney's like, hey, I have an issue, or bone marrow says, I got an issue, or you've got a wound in your knee because you twisted it. Inflammation signals are going up. Stem cells race to the site of wherever that is. And this is how cool they are. They morph, they shapeshift, whatever you want to call it. They morph, they turn into a brand new kidney cell for you. And what that is doing for your body is stopping you from aging, is healing and repairing you right on the spot, which is amazing. But here's the problem. By the time we turn 30, over 50% of our stem cells aren't working anymore. The signal is like a dead cell phone. The signal's not working anymore. The cell phone's not bad. Think of it. The cell phone's not bad. When your cell phone dies or you can't hear your friend on the phone, you don't throw it out the window and go buy a new cell phone. You just go, hey, wait a minute, I got to charge my phone up, or else let me wait till I get in a better service so my signal can leave. The same thing happens in our bodies. So as they wear out, they stop working. They're still there. They can be restored. So doctors over there saying, hey, let us inject something into a person so that way we can restore those things. They've been doing that. They've been doing injection in stem cells for a long time. We did that in our company, saw amazing thing has happened in the chiropractic realm. Now in this realm, we're showing clients how to turn their own stem cells on naturally by way of a frequency. So again, I'm excited that this is actually hitting the mainstream media, because once it hits mainstream media, then people might start to listen. But you guys are ahead of the curve.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with what you're bringing here, Justin, I mean, it's really and shining a light on it, and it not just being a headline that people just scroll through, but just really people hearing it. Your body's amazing and it can restore, and that's cool.
If you have questions about any of this, healthwithjustin.com, Missy will be happy to help you and walk you through. It's not just about weight loss, what they do there. Obviously, you focus on that, but getting you healthier and literally this type of weight loss and the health focus starts at the cellular level, which is why it's so cool. All right, here's the question. I used to love these energy drinks, caffeine. It was always a fit man nearly killed by his energy drink habit. The New York Post with the story. What happened when his body finally crashed? Are these energy drinks good for you? Or the story may surprise you here, but I would just, I'm looking at this. What if you didn't need energy drinks?
Right.
Because I had, this habit where I was like pounding and always, 3:00 in the afternoon. And I thought, okay, what I'm doing is healthy. Like, this is not a bad thing. I don't need it anymore. I have a little bit of coffee in the morning, still got a little bit in here. I sip on it. I like to sip on coffee because I like the hot, especially this time of year, a little bit there, but I don't need it anymore because of the changes I've made. But why don't you talk about, because there are people that are getting sick. In about 5 minutes here, but there are people that are getting sick from these energy drinks, and it's not good.
No, not at all. And again, I don't mean to be like Debbie Downer and like trying to pull everything from everybody out of everyone's shopping cart, or like, yeah, better not buy that. But here's the thing. There are alternative healthy energy drinks that are out there. You have to look for them, and you're going to always look for something that has stevia. Here's a key word. Look for an energy drink that has stevia, STEVIA in it, because that's a natural sugar that will not spike your blood sugar levels. And that's where we're going with this. So yeah, these things taste good. The cans are shiny, great marketing, great packaging, all of that. But what happens when you drink that energy drink? There's two huge things that are going to happen. We're going to only talk caffeine. We're going to talk sugar. Caffeine. Yes, we, like you said, what if we didn't need caffeine? What if you woke up alert? What if you woke up feeling good and you didn't need to drink 2 pots of coffee? Well, the caffeine, what is going to do, it is going to stimulate your heart, which is, you want energy, right? Well, in order to get that energy, your heart has to get stimulated artificially. And it's what those chemical messengers are going in there is telling your heart, work harder, work faster, beat harder, faster, 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 go, 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 go. You're not thinking that when you're drinking that yummy new flavor that Red Bull created, but your body is reaping the consequences of that. So your heart is then going to be it's being told to do something it maybe doesn't want to do, because maybe your heart's using its energy to go clear out some pathogens, because maybe you need to detox because it's something you ate the night before, or you had a hard weekend and your body is like, hey, we're sending signals that it's just cool to relax a little bit. Let us just recalibrate a little bit. We need to recalibrate. The body can't talk to you, but because you're pouring things down it, so the sugar is going to make your heart work harder. And then when the sugar comes into you, the sugars that are going to go in, they're going to spike your blood sugar. And the body is like, how do I get rid of the sugar? How do I get rid of the sugar? And then it's going to start to hold on to it in where your fat cells, because it's a toxin. It's like, whoa, we can't have all this. And so what ends up doing is your belly gets bigger, your liver gets more bogged down. And then maybe next year, maybe you got more allergies than normal. Why do you have allergies more than normal? Because your liver's bogged down. Why is it bogged down? Well, let's look at the domino effect. Accumulation is a cumulative effect. And I can say this, my husband, we're ex-husband, I'm not used to saying those things. But anyways, my ex-husband, I watched what happened. He was constantly drinking these Red Bulls. He was 38 years old. Since he was 37, 36, however old when Red Bull came about, he was drinking them like there was no tomorrow, because again, he's got a mission. He wants to save the world kind of thing. Well, what happened? He went from normal guy doing Ironmans to becoming type 1 diabetic. Wow. And we didn't know what was going on with him. All of a sudden he was losing weight. He was turning gray. It was a bad thing. I drove him to the ER. He's like, nothing. And we went there, and in the ER, they ran his labs, and his blood sugar levels were like over 900. And they're like, how are you not in a coma? And so when he finally started doing research, it was like, he goes back to what was the only thing he changed in his life? Red Bulls.
It is incredible to watch. By the way, I have a friend, you're talking about sugar, who cuts that out every year at the beginning of the year. He does a great job with it. He loves it. And you wouldn't believe the changes that he sees. Yeah. And I've seen that lately too. You don't have to go cold turkey on all of it. I will say, it is something that as I get older, I watch closer and closer. And it's something that I think a lot of us probably are taking a close. That's the MAHA movement now anyway, right?
Yeah, that's just it.
MAHA Missy.
Turn to the body. The body holds the score. The body holds the score, definitely.
I just look at RFK Jr. doing all those pull-ups. How much sugar do you think that guy's having?
Shoot. I've seen crazy his mitochondria is working well.
I've seen crazy stories about what he does, and his wife says he brings in like sauerkraut. He sneaks it into restaurants in DC when they're out in these fancy restaurants. He does all kinds of crazy. You don't have to be that nutty, but it is worth taking a closer look at.
Just one thing at a time. It's like
one little change at a time.
One change at a time, because all of us are like all or nothing. Well, if I can't do all of it, I'm just going to do nothing.
You don't have to do, but you don't have to do it that way.
No, one thing at a time. Yeah.
It's picking up steam, the MAHA movement. Always a pleasure. MAHA Missy with the latest health update. And if you want to know more, healthadjustin.com. We'll make sure we keep you up to date on all those things and more, and the progress again as I continue on my journey. Missy, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Absolutely, Justin. Thank you, and God bless.
You too. I don't know if you just saw the news, but average U.S. household debt just hit $152,000. That's mortgages, cars, cards, student loans, but the national debt just hit $37 trillion. It's all going up. Ask yourself this: when the system hiccups, who bails you out? It's not the Fed, not the politicians, and that's why I own gold. Gold doesn't need a CEO, doesn't need missed earnings, it doesn't freeze your account on a Friday at 4:59. While they print, gold just sits there doing what it's done for thousands of years. Store value. If you're done playing musical chairs with your savings, get something real in your hand. That's why you should try our good friends Kirk Elliott Precious Metals today. Goldwithjustin.com. Kirk and the team going to walk you through what they're doing, whether you're a seasoned pro when it comes to buying precious metals or you're just getting started. Call Kirk and the team today at 720-605-3900. That's 720-605-3900, or go to goldwithjustin.com to find out how they can help you today. No pressure, just facts and a plan. That's goldwithjustin.com. Protect what's yours with gold. Goldwithjustin.com. Do it today.